Hi there, and welcome back to our podcast. And today we have a very special episode because today we had a guest.
Yes.
That
Yeah.
was a very special episode indeed because it was a private therapy session for three of us and a private lesson with three teachers for our psychologist.
Yes. It was a win-win situation.
A true win-win.
I expected it to be more like language connected session, language connected episode, but it it has become at some point it has become like very psychological, and I started to think about my own life, about my traumas, everything, and I was like, oh my god, what's
I
happening
went
now?
spiraling. Like, what's happening now? Okay. Yeah.
No, for me it was very insightful, and I'm so glad that we had Nastya at our place. So yeah, I'm just thrilled.
For me, it was just usual conversation with my friend. It always like this. Always like this. And I expected it to be good, but it turned out to be great.
Hi, and welcome to another episode of our podcast where language enthusiasts talk about learning and stuff.
It's three of us here.
I'm Zoya.
I'm Taya.
And I'm Ksusha.
In this chaotic world, we're all in need of safe space to speak one's mind, laugh, and enjoy life.
Because that's the only way to stay sane while
Zooming
through.
chaos.
We have a very special guest because she has a very unique way of looking into the language. That's to me. We'll see that. We'll see how it goes. Nastya, thank you very much for joining the podcast. It's a pleasure. I hope you will enjoy the process.
I hope so too. Thank you, girl.
So, can you tell us where are you joining us from? Where are you now?
From Russia, Moscow.
Okay, we have one from the overseas and one from Moscow. That's good. All right. So you're our second guest, and the one before we
Oh,
had.
you're talking about Julia.
Exactly. Yes, if you haven't seen the episode, you can click here.
I mean, I really enjoyed it, so it's cool. So it was fun.
Thank you.
Oh, can you tell us how many languages do you speak?
I speak only 2 languages.
It's not only, it's already two.
Oh, really? Thank you. To be honest, I think I can speak only Russian now because I haven't spoken English for 4 years. So if we think of a language as a friend or partner, like in one of the podcasts Zoya said, so we actually broke up 4 years ago and had a quite long.
What is it now?
Was it a painful one?
Is it a kidney of some sort? What's happening?
So yeah, we've had such a long break, I guess. So, but I think it's still there. But I'm sorry. So I'm going to be a kind of like really slow.
No, everything is great. Don't worry.
I have a question. Didn't you used to speak French?
Not to speak, to learn, but it's different.
Learning didn't transform into speaking.
Exactly. I even used to learn Spanish,
Opa.
and I used to learn Latin.
With Latin, it's a bit difficult to transfer it to speaking. A little bit.
Yes, and that was for Ksusha. Now it's for Taya. I used to learn German.
Seriously?
Oh.
So yes.
Wait. Let's get into it. How did it happen? Were you that enthusiastic about languages? They were like, let's try this one. Let's go with this one.
I was a child.
I didn't know what to do. It was.
I mean, children are always enthusiastic about something new. I mean, if they have like a talent to it, if they're if they're interested in it.
Yeah, that's true.
But that was at school. but how it's in school, at school. I mean, we deal with the idea how the language is supposed to be taught and studied, which is provided by the school system. So you just do stupid exercises, you use weird vocabulary native speakers have fun of, no speaking, no listening. But while I was learning all those languages, I thought I was really on my way to know them, to speak them.
What disappointment you had, right?
It didn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess you started with English, did you?
I did.
Was it? Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So-
actually, I was at the age of 5. So my mom and dad took me to some group, and it was really fun to learn new words in another language, while playing, in a playful way. And I was really good at it. And
At playing.
yes,
This is just a sick joke. Sorry.
playing, yes, and remembering words. It was enough.
Yes, that's true. That's true. That's why I don't teach children, because that's a lot of playing, and I'm more about let's talk, and it doesn't come along.
I used to teach children.
And Nasty was really good at
Teach
teaching
children.
because I once substituted her in her group, like children's group. I was like, wow, do you do it? There's so much energy, and you need to change tasks every 5 seconds. Feels like I was like, no, this is exhausting. But I was okay.
I need to clarify a bit. Is it teaching children English?
Yes.
How can I substitute someone just teaching children? Let's talk about that.
I also used to teach them dancing, but it wasn't long.
Was it in English? Like when you explained all the moves in English? No?
No,
Okay, just clarifying.
that's
again.
body language.
It's also one of the methods, like total physical response. That's all the same. So why not? All right, okay. So you used to teach children, but using used to, it means that you don't do it now.
I don't. No, I told you that I actually.
Fell out, yes, remember, 4 years ago with English.
Whose fault was it?
Then what did you fall into?
I branched out into psychology.
Ooh, that's one.
Hello.
What do we call it? I actually, I looked it up in the Cambridge Dictionary. I call time on my teaching career. Yeah, branched out into psychology.
Okay.
It was in 2020.
Okay, now the maps comes
pandemic.
back. Yes. 4 years ago, that comes.
But it didn't happen in a, what do we call it?
In a heartbeat.
Yes. It's like, people are in panic. Let's switch. So they need me. No, of course not.
One morning I woke up, they need me.
They need me, yeah.
That's what I'm going to do.
I think, I don't know, I don't want to speak for Nasty, but I think it was kind of like this, because it wasn't like, it was a kind of smooth transit into psychology.
I'm very careful. I really care about myself.
So how can you link teaching and then psychology? Because for some people it might be like, wait, what? Although
for some people, not for us, yes, because we link them very closely.
Say that, well, we do feel like therapists sometimes in our classes when people start, sharing a bit too much,
expressing themselves.
Yeah, we're like, what? Okay, so can you tell us about this transition into a new form, I guess?
What's the link between it, or how I actually?
Yeah, well, how did you get into
transfer
psychology in the first place? Was it in your life when you were still a teacher? wasn't in your life, or like how how
Um,
how?
Tell us about the transition a bit.
Actually, I had been in psychology for like more than maybe for 10 years. So by the time like pandemic started. So what do I mean? I was in therapy. I did a lot of like constellation courses. I loved different trainings. So I read a lot. I studied a lot. So I was really involved in psychology, but I wasn't confident enough to start practice. And so while I was dealing with psychology that way, I was teaching English, and of course, as you said, it's really like it's
They
linked.
interlap, kind of, yeah.
Yes, very like it's very linked, if I can say it like that. I think I wasn't just teaching; I was preparing for that,
Girls, you heard it
switch.
first. It's the next step that we all become therapists.
Oh.
Okay, embracing. Maybe one day we will
Yeah,
also
you
transfer
never
to
know.
psychology.
You never know.
I feel already I'm a psychologist. Sometimes my students tell me things they don't tell their mothers or their family. So I'm a bit of a psychologist already. So,
We need this meme from Spider-Man. Like, I'm a bit of a scientist myself here. Like, I'm a bit of a psychologist
psychologist
myself.
myself,
Yes.
secret keeper, you know.
But this is just one part of being a psychologist, just to listen.
Oops.
Just one part. It's like in English, We don't push like our energy on listening only. Yeah, have to.
We
Like
know
it's
only one part. You can tell us about the others because we are like zero there.
Yes, you have to answer the questions. Oh, ask the questions. Sorry, ask questions. Actually, like teachers do. You ask questions, right questions. Yes, provoking sometimes. It depends. Um, so you have to be like really, really. I'm not sure if it's the right word, but like clean inside. So
You mean that you need to deal with your own stuff before?
exactly.
Oh,
But
not
that's what I
before.
said. So
It's supposed to deal with all the stuff before.
all the
It
time. I'm still
surfaces
in
all the
therapy.
time. All the time.
All the time. Yes. So I was in therapy before I even. So I started it for myself. I just felt like deep interest, and actually I needed that, to be honest. So I think
We all need therapy. This is my saying.
we,
We all need therapy. You need therapy. You need therapy. I need therapy. Everyone needs
everybody
therapy.
does. I mean, if everybody needs to take shower every day, so as to clean your body, why not to clean something
Your
inside you?
soul,
Yes, like your
soul and
mental
emotions.
health,
Yes,
of
yes.
course. So I'm still in therapy. I mean, it's a bit different uh, from the way it was before, as I'm not just a classical psychologist now. I'm a quantum psychologist. It's a kind of new branch. And my therapy, my own therapy, personal one, is different now, but I still need that. It's like you can't. Actually, that's what I was. That's what was really challenging for me when I was teaching, because I taught students up to B2, I guess. So, and I really struggled like improving my own language. So you teach every day, you do the same, like you have like elementary, pre-intermediate level groups, and you're like, okay, one day I'll find time, and for myself, I'll find time, and I'm gonna be a student and like again. But unfortunately, had so many students.
wait, but now that you're a therapist yourself, you don't have like problems finding time for your own therapy, right?
Yes, but but I don't work as hard as I used to work
Okay.
when I was a teacher.
Hmm.
I mean, it takes much more energy now to hold a session, so to work with people. And actually, I'm a mom of 3-year-old boy,
It's another
and
job.
he's just going to go to the kindergarten in September, I guess. So I don't do it like immediately, as I said before. So I'm preparing him. Like mother is a psychologist, so I have to. uh, I'm gonna take half a year to prepare him. So it's in order.
In order to feel good there, in order
No,
to
actually, it's for
dive
him,
in.
but not only for him, of
Uh-huh.
course. So it's actually it's for me. First of all, if I am calm, quiet about it, so he's gonna be all right, 100%. So I know how it works. It's really connected and linked. But that was a good question. You could find time to improve your English, to increase your level, but you do it now. Yes, I think I'm more responsible here, to be honest.
As
I
an
feel
adult.
bad for English
Yeah.
again. Like every episode, I feel bad for English somehow.
No, I love English. I still love English. I love myself speaking English. Even if I don't speak it to the level I want to, but still. I am a language enthusiast, like you are. Maybe not
Okay.
like it's like you say that you are a psychologist, but we are kind of different psychologists. I can say that I'm a language enthusiast, but of course we are kind of different language enthusiasts, like different levels.
No,
But
well,
still,
language enthusiasts are different. Just recently, I've been thinking about it myself. Like, you can be enthusiastic just about one language, even your own. I mean, your native language. It doesn't have to be a foreign
yes.
language. And yeah, so there are no, like, maybe there are like some levels, but there is no judgment of like how many languages do you speak. Like, if you speak
No
Yeah,
judgment
other
at
than
all. I
five, you're
mean,
not a language enthusiast.
It's
Yeah,
not a
it's not a good thing.
competition,
Yeah, it's not a
yeah.
competition. But yeah.
it's a very, very broad term. Like anything, if you're just feeling enthusiastic, you are right for that. You can check the box. That's it.
yeah, I was enthusiastic about Russian language when I was at university.
Mhm.
I really loved all those metaphors and stuff. So, and I had a really good teacher. And I didn't really care about English as much as I cared about Russian, but just for 1 year.
You seem to be in
Yeah,
an
that was
on and off relationship with English. You know,
yeah.
Love hate?
not love
No, it's
hate.
not love
It's
hate because
just
it's not
love.
love.
But it's like
Yes, love
I was
pause, love
studying
pause.
English, but I was more interested
Yeah.
about Russian, and English was there in the corner waiting for you to, for you to come back to it. And then you're like, well, we broke up 4 years ago, and he's like again, like just there, like waiting for you. You're like, come on, come back,
Still,
good boy.
it's been 4 years.
Who's the good
Yeah.
boy? Who's the good boy?
You have to have a choice, girls.
That's true. That's very true.
Yes.
So the relationship with English we got. It's love, love, but wait for it for a bit over there. Okay.
Maybe just it's about friend zone.
Ooh,
Oh
I
my.
haven't heard this one
I'm
before.
thinking
Wow.
Okay.
of it now, like
But it's a dear friend, as I understand, because
yeah,
as you said, you love speaking English, and yeah, it was a big part.
yeah.
But
But I'm not gonna marry it. No.
platonic.
Are you planning of holding a psychology session in English
Yes, I am.
someday?
That's why I'm getting back, you know,
Into using
to the
English,
bone.
you know?
Sorry?
Into using English, using in all possible ways. I mean, using like speaking and using like taking advantage of. Okay, okay.
Yes.
Just not abusing.
Not
Also.
Okay,
No,
but
Nastya is too
actually,
nice to be abusive, so I don't think so.
I know the result, not the result. That's the wrong word.
Consequence?
The consequence.
The consequence, yes, of abusing. I mean, it's not gonna work. I mean, it is gonna work, but I'm not gonna be satisfied with what I'm gonna get. So I really love interacting, communicating. So and I love people. I love exchanging, but I really care about quality of the contact I have with everything I deal with, and with everybody I deal with.
That's great.
That's like kind of value.
You said that you were going to have sessions in English, psychology sessions in English.
Yes.
Who would you like to do sessions with?
Who?
Sorry, who?
Maybe what
Are you trying to
people
invite
from
yourself?
what countries?
Taya,
Maybe.
what's going on? Do I qualify? Like, can it be me?
I.
You know, there's a variant.
I'm really
One option.
interested in I really want to expand with English speaking clients, but I don't care what country they are going to be from. Or they are from. I don't really care. I used to have a session in English with an Italian guy. No, not I used to. I had a session in English with an Italian guy when I was pregnant, like 3-ish years ago. Yeah, and that was cool. But that was, what kind of session was it? It was hypnosis. What do you call it?
Hypnosis. Hypnosis.
It was like
Hypnosis.
a regressive session. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but it was fun actually.
For you?
But
What about the guy?
I mean, no, for him too. I mean, maybe not
At the
while
moment, yeah.
having it, but after that. So I got really good feedback, like I always do. Yeah, and I don't even remember what the problem was. What was the
But you
request?
told me. I remember.
Yeah, he was scared of talking in
speaking,
public. Yeah, so he had difficulties with that one.
Like 80% of the population of Earth.
Yeah. But not 80% of the population of Earth go to a therapist. So,
That's true.
to do
In order to
something,
deal with
to
it.
deal with it, yeah.
Yes, yes.
To get rid
And
of
it is
it.
good for him that he did it.
Yeah, he
Yes,
did
that's
it,
true.
actually. Yeah, and I think his business is doing really well, and he's quite successful as far as I can see. So, and his wife told me that he was really like grateful. So for that. But I really love working with men. Actually, I don't care about nationality, but men.
You care about gender somehow.
It's not like I care about gender.
But you have your
Of course,
preferences, right?
that means it's not about preferences. Of course, all of my clients are women and girls, so can't women. But sometimes
This is just
I
different.
get some male clients, and it's different, but it's still cool.
Isn't it a common opinion that women are more flexible in terms of like mental health, meaning like changing something?
It's believed that they are, and I can say that they are more flexible.
So it's not only believed, it's not a stereotype.
It's not a stereotype.
But you still prefer to work with. Okay, not prefer, sorry, but you find
It just happens.
Enjoy
yes, but they are
working.
more challenging, I guess, than male clients.
Male clients, they are, but that's what I love. When I was a teacher of English, I had a spectrum of difficult clients, students. Sorry, like harsh ones sometimes, demanding ones, trying to be like abusing even sometimes. Yeah, Ksusha, it happens. But
I know that it happens. Just every time it takes me by surprise. Every time.
but I have a power to work with, like to get over their resistance, their struggling and stuff.
I think it's not just power; it's a superpower.
Maybe. Yeah, I think that it's a gift. I'm serious.
True. Yes, it's yes. Like no jokes aside, that's true. That's why I called it superpower. And talking actually about teaching and psychology, we have a couple of questions connected to that.
Do you consider language barrier a psychological issue or more a language issue? How would you deal with that? What's the background behind language barrier as a psychologist? Can you say your like point of view
Am I
about the
allowed to
language
use
barrier?
the way Ksusha usually follows, like or never or?
Good
Yes,
choosing.
you can.
Actually,
I grant it to you.
thank you. Uh, this is my value again. I never choose or. It's always both. Always. Being a quantum psychologist, which is about really wide um, look,
Spectrum.
spectrum, like looking at things. So never or. Okay, do you guys know? Can I call guys? Can I call you guys? Yes.
Of
Sure.
course.
Well, I never I don't like it actually. I know that it's okay in English, but girls, two girls.
I'm getting closer to the camera. Really intrigued.
No, let me think over. Um, it's definitely both, but let's speak. Let's discuss it. So together, so not like I can speak about it in Russian. It's easy, but
Yeah,
not in
let's
English.
have a workshop
Um,
about language barrier.
Perfect.
Welcome to our workshop. Today we're talking about language barrier and how to overcome that.
Do you have students who are free, like to speak? Not free, maybe
They are not afraid of
they're
it?
not afraid of it. They have fluent English, but with a lot of grammar or vocabulary mistakes or stuff.
Okay.
Yes.
No. For me, it's usually like if they're fluent, they are quite okay with grammar and vocabulary. If
Wait
they
a
are
second. You
not,
want to say all your students are fluent and accurate? It's not possible.
Yes.
no, I don't say that they don't have any mistakes. I don't. I say that they don't have a lot of mistakes.
Okay, it
Surely
will
they
do,
do.
Nasty.
I also have mistakes.
I'm saying about people who make a lot of mistakes, but they're still fluent.
It's fine. I
They
have
speak
some.
Yes.
fluently.
So,
I'm talking
my
about one
students
student.
don't listen to this podcast. I can say whatever I want.
Okay. And I think you do know people, students um who are full of rules, vocabulary,
Mm-hmm.
so they understand like that dog,
Mm-hmm.
yes, in Russian proverb saying, um, they understand everything, but they really can't
Yeah.
speak. This is
Yes, this one I have. I have one like this.
okay. Cool. So that's why we can't say that this is either one barrier or another one. Yeah. So I mean, it depends. It depends. Yeah. Um, but background. Speaking about background, we all come from school system again.
Childhood.
Childhood. No, this is way back into the background. Yeah.
Way back. Okay.
Okay, you're
Yeah.
right. We all go from childhood, right? And so we
But the school system is the part of the childhood,
it
so
is, and actually it's a big part. It was a big part. Or it is a big part. Yes, and we still have this crazy estimating approach, cruel sometimes, destroying.
Self-esteem.
No,
Yes.
self-esteem.
No.
Yeah,
I think Nastya means the system how people, how children or students
Like
are
assessed, you mean?
evaluated, how they are
Ah,
assessed.
okay,
yes,
Yeah,
yeah.
Assessed.
what marks they get, what
exactly.
are they
Because
good
marks
marks
do
or
not
bad marks?
reflect the knowledge you have, right?
Unfortunately.
Yes, they do.
And also there is this race about getting the marks, as that will be the rating between schools, I heard, and stuff, and they need just the highest marks, and like this is sick and
It's
crazy.
sick. It's crazy. It's, as I said, destroying self-esteem, and um, it's a kind of automatic strategy now for a lot of people to be afraid of making mistakes.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
that's
you
true.
just, they don't open business, they don't start relationship, they don't do a lot of stuff just because they are afraid of making mistakes. Actually, not even making mistakes.
Even
They
trying.
are scared of. They're scared of feelings they're gonna get when they face something extraordinary or non-usual and unusual and stuff. So
Sounds like PTSD for me. It's like we have such a big trauma over there, then you
how it
don't want to
works,
get.
everything is connected. So classical psychology actually refers to it. So this approach works. So you have troubles doing something or in something, uh, dealing with something, and so you find it in your childhood. So things got almost everybody knows that now. So we've got a lot of films, serials about it. So
Okay. Are there any steps, like when I understand, for example, I understand that yes, I'm afraid of making mistakes or stepping out of my comfort zone or taking risks. Are there any steps how I can
Then you go and
overcome
book a
that?
session with Nastya, and
Yeah, I understand. That's obvious. That's true. Yes, but for now, can I do something kind of to prepare before
uh,
I book a session?
it depends on how you feel about it. I mean, how strong your feeling is about making mistakes. If it's really strong, so we can't speak about comfort zone. So to make a step out of the comfort zone means you have to be in comfort zone. But the majority of people have never been there. Trust me. They just
Oh yeah.
think that they are in comfort zone, or maybe they just, they don't even understand what it means, but they are heard like, make a step out of your comfort zone, just go. It's like everybody's a go-getter, like, come on, stop being like a slacker.
stop
So
being a loser.
Toxic productivity or
toxic
stuff.
positivity,
Yes,
and yes,
yes, yes, that's true.
I don't know. I don't think I can swear here. So,
You can, I swear all the time.
You
I
can, you
opened that
can,
door a
yes, you
long time
can.
ago.
We will just mark it and that's it.
now I can just say, okay, bullshit. So it doesn't work like this. It's gonna be even more harmful if you step out of the comfort zone, which isn't comfort zone. So it's not comfortable to live like this. But you need to be really strong to admit, to accept, what's the right word here, so that you struggle trying to realize if you are in the comfort zone or not. So because we all live in these illusions, we are kind of computers
Well, program.
with a lot of different programs. So when we have the bugs inside us, in our like mental space. So and sometimes we don't even understand what we are doing, what's going on, what's happening. So how to deal with it. So but first step is just to calm down and to see clearly that you have
So,
something to deal with. Like to solve. It's not. I don't like the word problem, but okay. First of all, we call it problem. Then we transfer it like to like a request. Yeah, to a task, something we have to
Deal with.
do with, to complete it or to get over it. I don't know.
yeah, so first step will be always to admit that yes, this is the situation I'm at.
As long as you fight it, as long as you ignore it, which is actually the same, like fighting. As long as you do it, actually you don't manage it. It manages you. It influences you. So, but this is the actually the most important, but it's the most difficult step.
You said the most important, like you just need to admit that, then you need to book a session with me and you will be done with it.
Actually, that's all.
Actually, only for the watchers of this podcast, the promo code will be over here.
But I can say that this is my this is what I have to work on. I don't really like selling myself.
Promoting.
We will do
Yes.
it for you.
I can't do it for
Actually,
myself, but I gladly do it for you. What does it say about me? I can't face my problems.
I cannot admit them, yes.
No. Then I start fighting them, and Anastasia knows it all too well that I'm like expert in fighting everything that comes my way, and I'll just like keep struggling and fighting, and yeah, that's my specialty.
actually,
So-
it's inside us. We were born with it, so that's why I love
Born this way.
born this way. I mean, yes, it's okay. That's the difference between like, classical psychology and quantum psychology. Quantum psychology looks at the problem again from really different angles, layers, and levels. So even like alien ones. Yeah. So collective consciousness and subconsciousness. So a lot of things, and we are we are all full of no we all are full of this idea of struggling with something we face.
So, oh, that's
You mean
another
as
story. It's
Russians
like
or like
I think all the
People in
post-Soviet
general,
countries.
I mean,
People in general.
people in general, all over the world. No, I'm not. I don't know. I can't say anything about like African people. I mean, I don't know. There are some.
They have their
think-
own struggles, maybe different from ours, but I think
That's true.
they have their own traumas.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. There's just some universal things about everyone,
yeah.
and then there are some like culture related.
I think it's period the humanity is coming through or is I don't know.
facing?
Like
Yeah.
the transition.
It's
to
facing,
some
yes,
kind of-
and actually changing, right? It's kind of transition, yeah. All those conflicts inside us are just, coming up,
surface, yeah.
surface, and the need,
Hello.
like, what do we call it? Restarting, Control Alt Delete.
A bit of IT stuff.
That would be great. That would be great.
I mean, for example, what I do in my sessions, I find like a program, a bug, and I change it. So, quantum field helps me doing it. It's fine. So it works. And maybe it sounds really strange, like weird, or maybe like supernatural or something. But it's pretty common for me. Like I do it every day, almost every day.
Yeah. Just the usual Thursday.
Yes. Let's find a program which doesn't make you efficient anymore and change it into another one. Like update version 2.0. So
2.0. Yeah.
I think that it speaks to so many informatic minds right now, or mathematic minds right now. It's like, okay, I found it. This is just a bug. Is
Let's
it a
fix
feature
it.
or a bug? It's a bug. Okay, I need to do something with it. Admitting again.
Admitting, yes, because we never actually get rid of anything. Everything we find has its hidden potential, always. So sometimes it's
Even a
not
trauma?
Of course.
You mean
trauma.
uh,
Oh
even
yeah,
even the traumas?
yes,
Do you
traumas
think?
have a lot of potential, hidden and even actual. I mean, like obvious potential. So yeah, we don't need to get rid of all the traumas. I mean, classical psychologists are not gonna
Like you for that.
they're not going to agree with me, yes, but um, because they still struggle with traumas. But as long as you struggle with traumas, you don't use them. You don't
Can
get
we
the best
abuse
out of
traumas?
them.
Like, can traumas be something that
No,
we need to
no,
abuse? No? Okay, sorry.
no, because you abuse a part of
Okay,
yourself.
yes.
Are you serious?
Ugh.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
I
Don't do
guess
that.
we can kind of just channel them into something, like all the creativity comes from traumas again.
Yes.
Remembering the talk with Zoe about all the writers, they actually just channeling all their traumas into
Most,
their
not
writing.
Mhm.
Or
Okay, yeah.
artists, or
Artist, yes.
Because in dark
Yes.
sides, again, there is so much potential there, and like I
Yeah.
actually,
You will get the resource, yes, it's
and
huge
for some
resource
people
out of it.
it's easier to tap into like the dark stuff and get something from there, and for the most people it is easier, as for me, for example. So I can watch some strange films, and some people can't watch, but then I find something very beautiful in them that I can use. But yeah.
Step by step.
So, if you have the language barrier or any other trauma, don't be disappointed. You can channel it into anything.
Yeah.
But first admit.
Yeah, admit,
But
accept.
first admit, yes, that's true.
What's next?
Admit, accept, give space.
Yes.
Just give space and actually give time.
Hmm.
So
And after you've done all of that, psychology session.
Or you can do it in
of
the
course you need a
psychology session.
specialist. I mean, it's better to okay. Let's play the game, which is
We love them here.
We love playing games here.
Yes.
yeah, learning a language with a teacher or learning a language by yourself.
Should we choose?
With a teacher. For me, it's with a teacher because I love talking. I told already. I need people to talk to.
You see, she has
We-
chosen. She has just chosen, without any,
This is the
it's
historical
a different
moment.
sushi.
Yeah,
She
she
never
just needed nice to
chooses
press
like
the hair
that.
buttons.
Like the
Just
moment
one
she
psychologist who should make a choice.
My question was from the right, place.
Kate Dyer, we should our questions weren't
I
then.
would go with both.
I'm just.
I would go with both. So you get some sessions, classes with with the
Sessions.
teacher. And yes, well, we're into psychology now. So you get classes with a teacher, and after your classes before classes with teacher, you work on your own. Yeah, you can do something outside the classroom in order to maintain everything you get from the classes. So it's both for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can't just do something only in your therapy sessions. It's
In your learning sessions.
And this is actually, this is a therapist's responsibility to provide the opportunity for a client to, to work on something during sessions.
So this is it. So
Yeah.
teaching and psychology is the same thing.
Yes.
We also
like
provide
this.
opportunities.
Yes.
We don't want to be what is it? Like a stick for old people, for
Cane?
grown old
Yeah,
people.
cane.
Kane, yes.
Cane. So yeah, I mean, 80% of psychologists, sorry, they are like they do it. They are kings for their clients, and this is
Well, they're
insane.
milking
Like,
money of people, I guess this is what it is.
and then we go back to the beginning of our meeting. Yes, so you have to be clean inside. So you have to care about your
What do you mean by clean?
mental
Do
health.
you mean like no?
Tidy.
I mean, do you mean like sincere and honest in your like what is it? Like you're really in your mind,
Mind,
like you really want to help a
soul.
person. This is it? This is what you mean by clean? Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Genuine, like
Genuine, yes,
genuine.
like sincere, like not like okay, like sitting and calculating, like okay, so I have like this many guys and I'm going to buy like a car, for example, or like just like really have intentions, genuine intentions,
Good
Clean.
intentions.
What
pure
is it?
intentions.
Pure,
Thank you.
pure
Yes, I was looking
intentions.
for that
Pure
particular word.
intentions.
Yes. Yeah, are we right?
Yes, you are.
I like when I'm right.
You are. So that's why you have to be in therapy. That's all. I mean, if you are a psychologist, you have to be in a good therapy.
Yes, yeah, that's true. That's all that I heard from good psychologists that I met with.
Can I ask a question then? If we like here making connections between teachers and therapists, do English or any language teachers need to be in therapy as well?
Ooh.
It depends on what they want.
From life?
What
From life?
from life,
From their classes? Like, yeah.
from their classes. So it depends. I mean, being in therapy gives you more opportunities. So depending on the way your therapy goes, you become a person who can attract like people who are like
Who
resonating
resonate
you,
with you, yeah, exactly.
who resonate
With
with
you,
you.
yeah.
Yes. So and like the bigger you become,
Yeah.
the bigger no big. I don't like this word.
You mean like in
The
yeah,
healthier, maybe
like
mentally healthy.
Healthy.
Uh,
They're like more confident. The like the freer you feel, like safer you feel.
Sincere, maybe
More
too.
sincere.
Yeah,
You
the more
yes, you
sincere.
are.
yeah, because if you are in
Less.
a victim, let's like talk drastic measures. If you are in a victim mode yourself, you're gonna attract people like this. And I had it in my life, but for the most part, now people who do not resonate with me, with my teaching approaches, or my even like no, not lifestyle. This is strange. Like teaching mostly. If they don't like my interest, even they just bounce off me somehow. Like one lesson, they're
Yeah.
gone, and I don't cry over it. Like, don't cry, rave over it. No, but then more people come that we have more in common, and we have nice, connection with them. And yeah, I didn't used to understand
Less
it. Sorry.
conflicts, maybe too, right? Less
Yeah,
conflicts.
yeah,
Less
yeah.
You know.
conflict. Or even if you do have some conflicts, so
You resolve
you
it.
get over them,
Yeah, yeah.
quickly and actually
In
efficient
a healthy way.
in a healthy way, and every conflict has its own hidden potential as well. So, and it's a good chance to look inside yourself, like, oh, this conflict brings me something. Okay, what is it?
Because we are teachers, but our students are teachers too. They teach us something every
Or
day, every lesson. They like, we have like, wait a second, why do I feel like this? But again, this is like reflection, right? So you need to have this tool.
reflection, non-stoppable reflection, yes. But maybe it's gonna be difficult for the first time, but then it's just
Automatic, yeah.
you do it automatically. Yes, you just reflect. But you have to remember that you are not like a robot, still people, and it's impossible, to work like like as a machine.
Thank you for saying that.
Yeah.
We all need to hear it and be reminded of that from time to time.
People. Yeah.
Oh, another song. I am only human after all.
Yeah, don't try to be perfect, yeah?
Don't try to be
Because if you're perfect,
perfect. Amazing.
if you're perfect, you are dead. You are dead.
Ooh, burn!
If you want to
Let's
have
broadcast to all schools of Russia. The all teachers hear that.
They're
Yeah.
dead inside.
if you are,
Not only teachers, actually, not only teachers, the
students
students
too.
as well. Yes, because it's not only the problems of teachers. Yes, this is part of our professional, what is it, deformation, professional deformation, that we are
Strive
all
to be perfect.
trying to get the perfectionist,
Yeah.
strive to be perfect. Yes, but it's also with the students. I think it also comes back to our childhood school system, whatever. But
yeah,
it's there.
women are looking for perfect relationship. Okay, let's say people are looking for a perfect relationship and they don't find. You know why? It's impossible.
It doesn't exist.
Because the two dead people will have that.
It's impossible. So if you want that relationship, okay, no problem. But everything is changing all the time. You are changing. People are changing. People around you are changing. So systems are changing. We are all included in systems, different ones. Even the world is a system. So, and everything is connected. So what do we want? We don't want to be perfect. We want to be effective. We want to increase like quality of our lives, of our
Well, that's true.
relationship.
That's true.
So we
yes.
want to be satisfied. We want to be happy.
I want to be alive and feel.
Yes. So, but not perfect. Because okay, it's about like I don't know what it is about, but God created the world which is not perfect. Even God created something not perfect. Why do people struggle?
Because we are better. Yeah, I think some people really think that, like, I can do that. Me, yes.
Yes, I have to. It comes to will. I mean, even inside us. So
Everything is under control.
yeah,
Not possible.
Not possible, for sure. We had an episode that is called The Baggage, and we were talking the emotional baggage that we bring to
We and our
the
students
classes.
bring to the classes.
Yes, both of us. And we would also like to see it from the point of view of psychology.
but could you be more precise? I mean,
Should I explain?
yeah, please.
Yeah.
Okay, it's gonna be very
I feel
silly.
stupid, but
Sorry?
I'm okay. I feel stupid, but
No.
I'm fine
I
with it.
mean,
No, this is the process of learning. Remember, we love mistakes.
Yeah.
so
We love
it's just a silly
questions.
example. But let's say your student comes to a class and they are feeling low, just in general, like something happened at work, something happened in their relationship, whatever. They're feeling low, and what kind of message I was trying to get across to people and teachers especially is that it's okay. And you as a teacher need to adjust like just your lesson, because you can plan and plan and plan and plan. And like, we're gonna have like this, super lesson, and then they come like this, and you're like, okay, we're just gonna be like this a bit too, because I learned the hard way that if you try to be like, oh, come on, like, they're gonna be just like, no, stop it. Like,
Nobody likes entertaining, actually.
nobody likes entertaining, or nobody likes to be entertained? What do you mean?
To be entertained, yes.
Wait a second.
I mean,
wait a second. That's my whole career. I like entertaining people. What are we doing here then?
Entertaining
Wait a
people.
second.
Did I get it wrong? I just
No, wait a second. What do you mean nobody likes to
No.
be entertained? You mean when they're feeling low?
when they're
All
feeling
right,
low,
then
yes.
okay.
And I think you are right. I mean, I completely agree with you. I totally agree. So you just need to adjust the lesson.
But what
Yes.
happens when you are feeling low and you need to go to a lesson? You kind of sometimes drag yourself. Students stop listening. You drag yourself to the class and like, yeah, okay, I can cancel whatever. It's your problem, I know, but still, like, and you like, and your students like a bit, more upbeat than you are. Like, how to? It sounds silly again, but how to deal with such situations? Like, again, it's just adjusting, or what is it? Is this the question?
Yes, just adjusting. Only adjusting helps.
Mm-hmm.
I did it many times. I was like, I'm in a bad mood today. So, but
We
as
are
far as
just
you
trying to
Mm-hmm.
normalize that. Yes.
yeah,
So
right,
we are
Again,
only
we're not
human after
robots.
all.
exactly.
Yes.
We're all human after all. You just admit it.
Again.
That's all. And as far as you admit it, it's gonna start changing. Maybe not like, immediately. So just at once. Yeah. But you just you don't struggle with it. You don't resist it. You just
Mm-hmm.
okay. But people love people, not teachers, not their jobs, not psychologists. So
That's true.
Yeah.
people love
This is one of my mottos, like people first,
Second.
language
Mm-hmm.
students second. Yes, yes, yes.
people.
You're just adjusting to the person.
Right. You are a person.
Like
You
not
can
the
wear a lot of.
ideal picture of a person that you have to idolize, I don't know, yeah, look up to. It's just you envy this person sometimes, yeah, you're jealous. No,
Mm-hmm.
jealous, envy. Do you?
Envy what people? Sorry.
No,
What?
you
What?
know, if a person like a teacher is yeah, like plays a perfect person, yeah, you can be perfect, you can't be perfect, we admitted that already, but if a person like a teacher plays um the kind of a person that knows everything, you know, and positions himself or herself like I don't know, you have to idolize me, I'm the boss here, I'm the master, you know.
Mm. I feel sorry for people
Puts
like that. I'm sorry. I just.
mm.
Come on. When I was teaching English, I, Zoe knows this story. I had a group of top managers in a pharmaceutical company, and they were upper intermediate. They were B2 level. That was really hard for me. And I sometimes used my phone to look up the words. And once I was like, oh, sorry, I doubt again. And one of the top managers, one of the tops, was looking at me like, he's like, smart people always doubt. So don't worry. I was like, oh, that was the best lesson. He was my teacher at that moment. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. So I'm not perfect. I don't want to be like, I don't
Be
Be
there.
that.
You don't want
energy
that energy.
to
Yeah.
wear the mask, of being perfect. So, and this is a kind of stereotype. Yes, teachers are supposed to be like, they have to be this or that way, yeah, to behave or act this or that way. They have to look the way they, I
Oh
don't know
yes.
what wearing like psychologists, the same story. So, what did you expect to see like me wearing like Klavkovsky style? I don't know, like sweater.
No, Lapkovsky style, it's only
Yes.
for Lapkovsky. But yes, we got it.
But he's nice, but he's like theoretical psychologist. But I mean, we have so many
And
stereotypes. We have
expectations.
so many
Mm-hmm.
ideas. What either a teacher or a psychologist have to be, have to look.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
it's true.
It's time to shed the shackles of all the stereotypes about teachers and psychologists,
It's gonna
please.
take a while.
Non-working, non-working
Mm-hmm.
ties.
Mhm.
So
That's true. That's true. Yes.
Yeah. We need to call this episode Reload. Mm-hmm.
The reload.
Yes, perfect.
Here.
But reloading is good.
Um,
Even in my sessions, I have this kind of reloading. I mean, I feel it when we change something. I mean, in a simple language, yes. When I change something in the like an inner picture of my clients, for example, so I feel like something has changed, so it has been
Yeah.
reloaded.
Time for a breather. Like,
Yeah.
and we can do that. That's true. Yes. So, can you say that your experience with teaching actually helped you somehow in your psychology career, or maybe no? Any
At
information
least
you could
some of
add?
my ex-students are my clients now.
So it helped.
Yeah. I think yes, it actually helped a lot. So as I said before, I had had different types of students, and I had enough practice to deal with them, to you know,
To learn how to deal
to
with them.
learn how to deal with them. Yes, just to admit them, not to struggle with them, with their negative parts or stuff. So, and it helped a lot. I mean, if you were born to work with people, no matter what you do, so it just you just work with
So
them.
if so,
And every time, every experience helps you be more efficient, so have better relationship, better communication, better results.
I think this is the high note that we need to finish on. This is a great one. This is a great finish of that.
we were very happy to have you here in our episode.
Yes,
And
little
we were
podcast.
really looking forward actually before this
Recording.
recording started. I was really looking forward to meeting you finally, because we had so much we heard so much about you from Zoya, so we were very anxious.
Anxious.
This one.
Safe and bad.
Excited, but okay.
In a positive way, okay. Excited.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much for joining us. It wasn't insightful for me. I had the goosebumps like a couple of times during the session. I think we need just to cut out some of your phrases and like print it out
New
somewhere on the
signs,
wall.
you know.
If you are perfect, you are dead. Good. Okay. I don't want to be the second one, so not the first one.
Yeah. Thank you,
Yes.
Earl.
Thank you
Thank
very
you
much.
for
Yeah,
taking
that was
time and enjoying
pleasant
us.
fun.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.